Hey everyone. Um, so who saw that one coming? Tuesday's election? Anybody? I did not see that coming at all, but it happened. And I'm just going to say a few things and then that's it because I don't like to stick on this subject for too long. But maybe something I say will be helpful for somebody. So basically, this is disappointing. Um, So Tuesday night, I'm doing some work and I've got MSNBC on and results are coming in. And then next thing I know, they've all got like their faces are just drooping and it's become evident that I'm going to call him Evil Dick from now on because I cannot say his name. Not to mention, like, I know this is immature, but like that thing that is taking over the White House in January is not even a man in my book. Like, that is not the definition of a man. That's just pure evil. It's just my opinion. I'm not trying to push it on anybody else, but like, fucking evil. Like, not to mention, apparently there's that many people in America that like evil or like they think they're voting for something different, but like, I don't know. It's just evil to me. It's just evil because like when it's blatant and in your face and like you're just saying whatever you want to say and belittling people and being racist and misogynistic, just all those people that voted for him seem to want to be like that or are like that, and now they can get away with it like even more than before. So this country is headed downhill real quick, and I'm sitting here like, where can I go live? Um and then I'm thinking like, well, where can I go live? Where in the world is this not happening? Um where people's rights, like basic rights, aren't being taken from them, and there's not like dictatorships. Like a part of me wants to just go back to Japan, um, because like does this country even count as my own if I was born and raised in Japan. So like I've always felt like I'm visiting the United States. I've never felt like I belonged here. So like would it be running away if like we left the country and went to my home country? I don't think so. But alas, we are not rich. And Alicia owes her job a year of time because they paid for some of her grad school. So we're just going to have to deal with a Handmaid's Tale playing out in real life in this country. And so basically, Tuesday night, I think I got off topic there. When the results came in, I just immediately went into like this despair. Um, it was despair and anger together at the same time, which was a very weird thing to experience. Is there like one word to describe that? Putting those two together? That's not rage, is it? Because I didn't feel rageful, but I was just sitting here, just like numbly watching the TV, kind of waiting, hoping maybe they made a mistake. And that didn't happen. And I just felt so hopeless. I had such negative thinking. Like, how are there this many people? And then I did fly into was this a fair election? I flew into that thinking for a little while. Um, because it was hard to believe that there's that many people in this country that would vote for something like that. It's just gross to me. And then after that hour, about an hour, all of a sudden, the despair and the anger vanished. Like I felt it lift, like it was, I don't know how to explain it. It was just weird. It just left. And then I felt this like acceptance and this calm. And like I don't know what that is because I don't know. Like, if I didn't feel despair, like, it's not does anybody who has had, like, anger issues or, like, I don't even know if issues is the right word. Like, if you've had anger and have you ever expressed it and it's felt good? Like, you feel good when you're angry and it just feels good to, like, release it or to do whatever. Um, does that make sense? I used to be a very angry person, probably because it just felt nice to be angry, and that's all I knew. That's like apparently not who I am anymore. Because like I would have much rather have just like dealt with the anger, but like to have despair mixed in with that, I don't know. That was very strange. Because I've never like, having to live through my lifetime of having rights being taken away is weird. Because you hear about how people have fought for certain rights, like before you were even born. And then you think that that battle is like done and over with, but it's not. Because just there's people that want to bring other people down all the time. But then I started panicking a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, why don't I feel angry? Like, what's happening here? Like, this is not a good outcome. Like, I'm thinking back to 8 years ago when Evil Dick was voted to become president, and I was very, very angry. And it was just pretty much for 4 years. Like, I was just an angry person, not like every single day, not like I was a bitter person or like I pushed everybody away or I was an asshole all the time, but like I just I just moved through life with just this anger inside me that this kind of thing is being voted for in our country and that these types of like people are supposed to be like I don't know. I'm just gonna move on. Because I'll sit here and talk about this forever, and I don't want to make this negative. I'm just on here basically, like, also to say that I am so shocked that I am not acting or feeling the same way that I did 8 years ago. And back then, it wasn't even half as bad as it's about to get now. You know what I mean? So that's weird. And it's not like I want to summon that version of myself back up, but like I do notice I am having to fight with some of the thinking. Like the fuck you and like fuck this place and like I'm really trying to fight with myself. Like don't get sucked back into that because it just made me a miserable person. And I never took my own advice when I used to like be a counselor. I would, you'd have people that would come in every day and complain about the same thing, but they never offered a solution. And so, after a few times at that, I would remind people or just tell them, not remind them, but just tell them like you're more than welcome to come in here and complain about something, but if you keep complaining about the same thing and you don't have a solution, I don't want to hear the complaint anymore because it's not serving anybody any good. And I feel like I need to just follow my own advice this time because I never did before. And complaining is not going to do me any good. Pissing and moaning is not going to do me any good. Just being disappointed and fearful, I'm going to have to deal with that because that's how I feel. Because who knows what's going to happen. Um, but I'm not here to say like it'll be fine. We'll get through this. We can do it. No, because I don't know what's going to happen. But like if you're out there and you don't have anybody to talk to, like I don't know if you just found out that you're autistic. Um, and I know that some of you probably are tired of me saying this, but like the only place I really go to talk to like a bunch of autistic people is Substack. I know there's other places, but I'm always on Substack. And I don't think like, if I didn't have that, I think I would be in a worse spot in my brain right now because 8 years ago, I didn't have community. I didn't even know what the fuck that was because I pushed people away, and I distrusted most people, and, like, I didn't know how to deal with my feelings in a healthy way or work through things like this. So, like, I would just have regular meltdowns, you know? And, I don't wanna be like that anymore. But if you feel like you're on your own, you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, it's really simple to go create a Substack account. You can quote subscribe to newsletters for free. You don't have to pay because like a bunch of stuff is free. But like not even to go there to read. You can just chat with people that are autistic and that will probably understand how you're feeling because we've all been over there sharing it. And what's different about Substack, I'm finding, is it's not just a bitch fest. It's here's how I'm feeling and we're being there for each other and we're feeling validated, seeing that, yeah, you're feeling the same way too. It helps me because I have to constantly remind myself it's not just you that feels this way. It's not just you that feels this way. Um, there's like millions of people that feel this way. It's just so hard to, remind myself of that. Because I don't know, shared misery, collective misery sometimes is easier to handle than if it's just you dealing with it. I'm gonna move on now. How much time did I waste on this? Ooh, 10 minutes? That's not that bad. Um, did I talk about Dana White yet? Not that like anybody asked, but I don't remember. My brain is not working properly. Just in case I didn't say this, Dana White can suck a butt. Fuck you. I don't know how to reconcile watching UFC knowing that that's what's in charge. Not that I didn't know it before, because he would invite Evil Dick to all of his pay-per-views, and I knew that they were chummy. But like to have the president of the UFC go to like where Evil Dick was giving his acceptance speech or whatever the fuck that night that he won. Why is the president of UFC there saying some bullshit into the microphone? Like, gross, man, gross. I'm so tired of people like that. And it is very easy for me to just, if I keep talking about this, I will start getting angry because it's just unfair that people like this get to be rich and have all the things and like be a complete asshole and be like rewarded for it by other assholes. That shit ain't fair. Is anybody out there like, because I'm obsessed with MMA in general, but like really I like to watch the UFC because that's the best of the best. And is anybody out there like struggling with like how do I continue enjoying watching the UFC knowing that that thing's lurking? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being like I don't know. I'm probably still gonna watch it, but like I sure would like to make it like better in my brain when I do. So if anybody has any tips, that'd be great. Um But something I need to confess that's not at all having to do with that. I'm just going to move on because it is what it is. Okay. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my brain to work. Okay, it's working. I am not only still addicted to gushers, I thought I was turning a corner because I've had hundreds of them. So many gusher poo babies. Like, I just can't stop. I've gone through so many boxes. And then I was thinking, oh, I think I might be at the point where I won't want them as much. And what does Alicia do last week? She comes home with a box of fruit roll-ups. And I was like, fruit roll-ups? Did you get that for me thinking I might like it because of the gushers? And she said, yeah. I was like, thank you. So I tried it and I was like, oh my God, no. This is so good. So then I found out that there's fruit by the foot because I thought that that's what the fruit roll up was. And that fruit by the foot got lazy and just decided to roll stuff up. And not, I don't know if that even made sense. But come to find out, they're two different things. Fruit roll ups are different from fruit by the foot. So I was like, I want to see if I still like fruit by the foot because I had that shit when I was a kid. So what did I order today? Like a party sized box of like gushers or family size or whatever the fuck they call them. It's just for me. And then I got another like party-sized box that's mixed with gushers, fruit roll-ups, and fruit by the foot because I'm 5 and I have to have my fruit snacks apparently. When is this going to stop? Because now I'm right back into it. I'm addicted to this fucking candy bullshit fruit. It's not even like real fruit. Oh, God, and I can't stop. So I'm just going to share that. I'm going to remind myself, like I did just the other day, hey, at least you're not spending $1,000 on ramen like you did last year. Or was that the year before? I don't know. Okay. So there's that. And then anybody out there do Instacart pickup? Anybody start that during the pandemic? Because that's probably what lots of you did. If you didn't have them delivered. Well, I just started doing this for the first time. Actually, somebody emailed me, thank you very much, and told me about it. And then I stopped and I was like, I have thought about that before, but like I remember dismissing it because it's like if something seems too big in my mind, I won't do it and I won't think about it any further until like maybe the day comes when I will. Does that even make sense? Like I remember like years ago thinking like it'd just be easier to pick up groceries, but I had thoughts of like, well, where would I go once I got there? Like where would I go park? Like who would I have to contact? How would I have to contact them? And like they seemed like hard questions to answer in my brain at that time and like they are not hard to answer. And so like I tried it for the first time a couple weeks ago And I was amazed that like we haven't been doing this pretty much ever. And then we did it again today. Um, and then like I'm sitting there, so like I pull up in the section you're supposed to wait for them to bring out the groceries. There's only one other car parked in front of me. And then I look out to the parking lot and it's Sunday. Everybody's there. The parking lot's full. People are rushing in, rushing out. And I'm thinking to myself, you motherfuckers are crazy. Like, why are you going into the store when you can just be sitting here like I am right now? And I know how that sounds, but guess what? I know about pickup now, so I can say it. Because I'm not a person that goes to the grocery store anymore. That's not gonna be me. Nope. So if you have the option and you're able to do Instacart pickup, may I suggest it? And thank you again to that person. You know who you are. I really appreciate that because holy shit, I don't have to take an anti-nausea pill before I go now and hope that I don't barf when I get home or that it doesn't trigger like a hot flash or like my POTS. I don't have to worry about any of that. I don't have to worry about being pissed off, being around dumb motherfucking people that don't know how to. Oh, sorry, I'm lowering my voice because the heater was so loud again. Um, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, do Instacart pickup because it will save your brain like a bunch. I mean, it may sound like my brain's not working that right now, and it's not. But imagine if I had gone into the store today. I don't think I would be recording an episode, but if I were, everybody would have tuned out by now because I don't know what that would have sounded like. But yes, so I'm not going to go inside grocery stores anymore unless I need to pick up like something quick or whatever. And I'm not going to do like a full grocery shopping. But like, yeah, fuck going into stores. No, thank you. So yeah, maybe do that if you're able to. Just passing along the knowledge. Okay. I don't know how helpful this episode was, but I hope it was in some way. And I just want to say thank you very much for listening to this nonsense. And thank you for reading stuff that I write. Thank you for talking with me. Because like I really it feels so nice to talk to you guys. Um, it's just like if I feel like I'm talking about it for the first time, but like to be able to have a conversation with somebody who gets you and who understands like stuff, like there's a whole bunch of stuff that we don't even have to talk about or explain like we would with like ordinary people, because we just get each other. And I feel so grateful for that. Um, because I've only got 2 years compared with like decades of not having any of this. And so I really do appreciate people who take the time to like have anything to do with me, basically. So thank you. And I hope I am helping in some way. Um, okay. That's all I know that I can. Oh, my brain. Bye.